there's something that
Yeah.
hi everybody. It's our Upline Pro meeting, and it's 5:07 today. Maria, Lana, and Claudia here saying hi to whoever watches this video after. um Lana, there's like an AI helper, right? Do you know about that? Like, how can I do? There is
Oh, I've never used the AI
well,
helpers.
you know what? I
I
I
don't use
haven't.
most of all the features in Zoom. I probably know how to do a bunch, but I don't really need them, so I don't really,
Yeah, and
you
and
know,
now
I
that
don't really venture out into too much stuff because sometimes my video doesn't work in Zoom. So
Maria, there's an AI helper similar to what Siobhan uses, and I'll learn how to use it. And it just takes your notes for the meeting, and then
Okay.
it gives you like a summary of what
Oh, my
what
son
happened.
uses that for college.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's really
he has one like
good.
that for
Yeah, and
college.
then
Yeah,
he just takes everything we say and puts it like in one
yeah, it's
paragraph.
really
I
useful.
thought you had to sign up for a note taker or
Yeah,
something.
we have a Dave's account is like the best one, so we have all of that. We're with this account, so just so you ladies know, like team wise, and Lana, this one especially for you. Um, the way we run the meetings. No, I guess Maria also is important. I guess yeah, we're all working as a whole here. So. Maria, the reason I say Lana should know this is because she's helping me build a calendar again. And so
Right,
just
for
the
the
way
new
this,
Yeah,
website.
yeah.
the way the Zoom works, if you want, ladies, I'll start with that first point, which is kind of like doing a little bit of housekeeping. So you both kind of understand what we have.
Right.
And that way we can almost go like what we have and bridge it to where we're going. And so, because I think I'm going to blame it on me. Lana didn't know some stuff of what we had, and now we might. It's okay. We'll just start from zero, but we could have used maybe some of the stuff to bridge it to the new project, and we didn't. But anyway, now we're just doing it all over. So here's the thing. I'll tell you what we have. We have a Zoom that, so Dave has his Zoom room is his. We use it for Mentor Mondays, but as of next week, I'm switching it to another Zoom room. So this is his Zoom account. So in Zoom, it works like a big building, and he's paying for a big office. Now within his Zoom account, he has other Zoom accounts. So it's almost like Zoom is a big building. Dave pays for an office, but his is an executive office. So he has cubicles within his own office, right? So but he pays for my account, for example. So my account, I call it Zoom room number 1. That's how we have called it, just because when we started doing all the meetings, so I could have more management control. It was just easier for me to use my Zoom room. So that's why Dave started paying for my room, because everything we were doing in my room. So that we call Zoom room number 1. And in that meeting room, and I'll tell you what the number is in a minute. In Spanish, we do all of our personal development, health trainings, and anything that is not a business opportunity. Let me put it this way, in Spanish. And in Zoom room number 2, which Dave also pays, so that's another of the mini cubicles, that used to be another Zoom room for Bolivia. But then we came together. So what Dave did was he put together some of his big leaders, and he said, we're going to do something called massive action. And massive action is, if we work together, we're going to have more success. So he pays for my room. He pays for, we don't call it the Bolivia room anymore. We call it room number 2. And in that room number 2, we do all of the business opportunity in Spanish, but now it's also the one I'm using for Mentor Monday. As of next week, that's going to be Mentor Monday, Tuesday training, and Wednesday opportunity meeting. So I'm going to do all 3 in Zoom room number 2. And Lana, I'll give you this more organized. I'm just kind of trying to talk to talk to myself and try and get you guys to understand how you ladies, how we've been working. And then Zoom room number 3 is, I don't have access to Zoom room number 3, which is the Africa Zoom, which Dave also pays for that one, but that's Dr. Ogina's. So he sends, usually he's the one that, I mean, maybe if I ask him, he may give me access to it. I don't know. It's his private Zoom room now. But what happens is I need him to get his talks on Tuesday faster to me. And sometimes he doesn't because he gave that role to somebody and that person sometimes doesn't send them because his talks are very good. And we upload them to one of the Facebook groups, the For Life Testimonial group. But anyway, so basically Jillian has her own Zoom that she pays for. So Dave doesn't pay for that one. And Jillian, when she came in, she was already running her things and Dr. Ronnie's things in her Zoom rooms. So they don't have anything to do with Dave's. But when we bring the calendar together, we decided that we would put, obviously, the Real Talk, which was Jillian's invention or creation, the Red Hot in the calendar. The only thing we don't put in the calendar is the detox talks because those are private. But Real Talks and the other one, the Wednesday Red Hot, she runs in her own Zoom room, and we also add them to the calendar. So why did I start saying all of this? I'm getting to an idea and I forgot the end of the idea.
Because you're using all the Zoom rooms.
Yeah. And I'm also trying to make it easier for people to navigate with all these Zoom rooms, right? And that's why we needed the count. So yeah, I'm kind of finishing the idea, Lana, that when we started creating, and then there's Portuguese. Sorry, that was Zoom room number 3, actually. Zoom room number 3 is Brazil. That's where I got lost in my own story. So Zoom room was Brazil, who they run their own meetings, and the calendar, actually, they're the ones that started having massive action, which meant, how about if we just do a whole bunch of meetings so that when people join for live, they have somewhere to come to, like they have somewhere where to bring their people. Like, and Maria, this part is for you because I was explaining to Lana, what we wanted to get away from was inviting people to become a network marketer or buy a product. We just wanted Dave wants to share a message, and the message is clear. We want to bring transfer factor to the world, and by that create, health and wellness for people. Health, wellness, and health and wealth to people. I forgot how he said it last time, but so the message is clear, and that's what we want. But what if you have somebody and they don't want to be in network marketing? They just want to have good health. We didn't want to, so we used to do these old school presentations, which both of you probably have been, where you would go to a meeting and they would give you, and we did them for many years, they would give you a story, an impactful story, and then they would tell you about this amazing product that they have, that you have no wrinkles in 3 days or whatever, and it's incredible science-based product. And by the way, if you choose to, you can become a customer or an affiliate and make a lot of money if this is your choice. But all of that was done in one meeting, and you kind of went like, I don't want to go to those meetings anymore. But it's a really good product. Oh, they're going to try and sell me on getting into network marketing. I don't want to be in network marketing, right?
Yeah.
So what we wanted to get away from was that, which was, we don't want people to be in network marketing if they don't want to be, because they make us waste as a network marketer. It makes me waste my time if you don't, to do that, to try and get you into network marketing if you don't want to. But maybe you do want to try my product. So Brazil was the one that came with this idea, which is, what if we just do a meeting for each thing? What if we just do only personal development? Only, people are in this kind of business sometimes just to be part of something. They don't even care about the money or the product. They're bored at home.
It's a social thing. Yeah. Community, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, and Maria, you went to Daniel's training today. he never talked about for life. So that's how we designed it, that Mondays would not be about, or maybe today was a little geared more towards trying to close a client, but he never specifically said, oh, we're from For Life and we're teaching you how to close clients to close them for life. It's like, hey, you're into painting houses. You could have gone to that training and found something new
Yeah.
about recruiting.
Yeah.
And so that's how Massive Action started, but Brazil started it, and then they started doing like 4 meetings a day or 5 meetings a day. It went crazy because actually they started having momentum, and so the Spanish people, we copied it, and we're like, oh, we want to do the same as you. But the Spanish people had, obviously our company is a lot of Spanish people. We had people that could support the 19 weekly meetings that we do. So I copied what they were doing, and we built the second calendar, Lana, which was the Spanish calendar. And then I said, okay, let's do it in English, since English is 10%, right, of the company's people. Obviously, our calendar is tiny, but it's good because we have one Mentor Monday, one Tuesday training, one Wednesday opportunity, one Thursday opportunity, and one Saturday wellness. Oh, and we have Dr. Gina's Health Talk, which we counted as our health, our health. And then Dr. Ronnie came. And so Wednesday became what if we talk to people about health on Wednesday? So it's growing. So obviously it's a good growth for the English team, but what we need sometimes is more speakers. So it's almost like we don't have enough audience, so we don't really not need more speakers, but we're in that moment where we almost do, right? And so
Yeah.
I'm stuck without Dave. Like when I don't have Dave, I only have Daniel or me to do a Mentor Monday because people are afraid to talk and do a mentoring call, like a call that has substance and that really is at that level. I can't put anybody there just because they know how to talk about something. It's got to be like Carol Myers, who I think you ladies may remember. She's a coach, so she's in For Life, and she did a great job. So that's where we are. I think that if you guys want to give me some opinions and feedback, or ask me questions on this would be a good this is kind of like my house management tip of the day.
The only thing I'd say that crossed my mind possibly is, and I don't know who this would be for, so maybe it's not worth doing, but if this is information that you want to get out there about which Zoom room is for which group of people or for which purpose, I could do a visual to go with that.
I would love it.
Yeah.
Well, see, I can say that visual would be cool, because see, what I'm doing, Claudia, is I'm creating a calendar for you to look at real soon for the English.
Yes.
And I'm hoping I'm using the English first, and then what Maria can the image she can create for me, I can use as a banner at the top of that calendar, and that would help people because there's going to be sections that are going to be like Mentor Monday, and here's going to be also for about mentor. Then there's going to be the Tuesday, and then there's going to be a Thursday. And if we could do the Spanish and the Portuguese, just like what I'm doing for the English, then not only can I update it easily, I can also teach you how to update it.
Exactly. That's perfect.
But I want to do it first and let you
course.
see it, and then let Maria see it, and then she can, but she can already create the pic. But see, you can see how it'd be great to have a banner up there in front of it.
I love it.
Okay, go ahead.
So for the banner, are you just looking for a general thing to represent what the calendar is for?
Yeah,
what would the banner be?
that would be what you would create for the, and I just said banner because that would be the thing.
No,
that
I
would be,
understand. Yeah,
but
where it goes. Yeah.
It would just be something that I could have up there because I don't really have any words or anything to go with it. But because the calendar is just going to be a list of host and speaker, then what's happening, and then the link to them to click on to join meeting. I'm gonna have a button for them to click on to join meeting. So they'll go to calendar, they'll say, oh, I want to go to this meeting, and they can click on it and hit join meeting on the button.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that that's exactly, Maria, you're coming in with, I did make like a little, not like what you do, but I just did like Monday, Mentor Monday, Tuesday, so that people would know, but people don't know
Yeah.
what Mentor Monday is. So if you could make something visual
Well, that's
where
what
I'm
thinking. If I
inviting,
just use an icon to
yeah,
represent each one, so it wouldn't be like a pretty picture thing. It'd just be an icon so that somebody looking would immediately recognize
oh,
that icon represents Mentor Mondays. We could do
okay,
like
but that's one, but now it jumped to my head another one. So this is
that.
like a
Okay.
brainstorm here. What I think we also need, and they repeat in English and in Portuguese and Spanish. So yes, you're going perfect where this road's taking us to a good place, which is we need an icon so people recognize. But let's talk about the brand new person that I just recruited yesterday in the mall, and I don't know yet where she wants, right? If I could send her something and say, because we kind of wanted that, but then we got lost in translation because then we got so many that sometimes we don't know. So it's almost like it is very efficient, but now there's too many. I don't know where to send my people because she
Yeah.
may want,
Right.
she may want some help, but she also may need some money. So do I send her to 2 meetings or does she choose? And how does she choose? So she goes into this
Well, then you
calendar.
need a flow chart. You know, there's flow charts that say,
Ah,
if you need this, or here's
yes.
a question. If yes, go here.
Oh,
If
I
no,
like it.
go here. You need one of those, don't you?
I think that's it. I
I
think because
think that's it.
I want to be like the new person. And I remember, being the new person and saying, but I don't really want to do the business, but I want, yeah, right. So I think it's perfect, Maria, like what you're saying it, because I'm just thinking of that new person. We're trying to get away from pushing them into something they don't want, but how do we guide
Yeah.
them to find something that they do need? At the end, we know they all need health. That everybody needs help. Who doesn't? But I told my sister I didn't. When she came to me, I don't know if you ladies know my story, but I'm a really good example. It took her 7 years to sell me on this beautiful company that now I love. And because she was trying to get me with compensation plan first, like which is what we try and do. Oh my gosh, it's such a great company. It's got such a good comp plan. You should look at it. You're into network marketing, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't want it. And then she tried selling me on the product. And I still didn't pay attention. It was time because what we sell, sales pitch that we have in For Life, it's time. And Maria, this may be for your notes: time, health, money, and service. And so
Right.
when she didn't get me with money, she didn't get me with service. I wasn't like, into that at that time. And she didn't get me with health, which is what we think everybody is going to get.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need it until you're really sick.
Right.
But she got me with time because I got divorced. I got a little baby. I don't have time to see him. I said, I got to do something
Right.
different.
That's
So,
hard.
so
Yeah.
now I want to see what meeting is. Now I want to go into this flow chart and say, and at that point I said it, I want to partner with a really good company, but I need to see who I'm like, who is this company? What is this company
Right.
she's been talking about? And that's the flow chart, which is,
It is.
and
So
we,
I just started, I don't know if you can really see this, but I started with, like, for example, maybe this is called Where Do I Send My People, right? Something like that. Then I say, are you here for the very first time? Or is that person here for the first time? So if it's yes, then you're going to follow this leg here. And then I want to know what to write because I don't know all of the ins and outs of it. So you would need to rough out what the different options are and who you're sending to those so that I can then make a visual of it for you. I think that would be so valuable for people because it'll take all of the moving parts and it'll put them into a nice black and white visual that they can just find their situation and know where to go. Like, for example, if you have somebody who you're sending for the very first time, who's just like kind of vaguely interested, yeah, I'll come and have a look. What meeting are you sending them to?
In English, I would usually, and it's easier in English because we have less meetings. I would usually send them to Mentor Monday.
So actually, are you English speaking would be one of the things we need to put in here.
Yeah.
That
No,
would be really
I
important.
no, I think, yeah, I think we need to do, no, I think we need to do a chart for each one. I don't know. Here, let me think. Because we
Remember, it
don't
can
have,
have lots of legs coming off it
yeah.
that people follow. So everything that we say as an answer, like, is this your first
What if
time
they're not
here?
English speaking? We send them to the other calendar?
Yeah, if you want to do the same thing in Spanish or something, you could do that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you'd
Okay,
have to
we're just
produce
talking
one
in,
in a
we're,
different.
we're just going to talk English right now. Okay, so
Yeah,
if I have somebody, and you're right, now we have two roads to take, because are you, here's the thing. So let's just talk about the calendar and where we're sending them, because for Dave, this is really important, which is once we have their attention and people like the community, they tend to stay. So how do we make them feel like they're in a community, right? And how do we make them
straight
fall in
away.
love, right? And so,
Yeah.
so this is what he wants to build, which is Upline Pro. He wants to, but here's Dave and what he has. He has a whole bunch of people that are already part of our life.
Right.
And then he has a whole bunch of people that he would like to invite to become part of our life, either through a direct invitation or through an invitation from some of his downline.
Right.
So I guess
Right.
the first division is, are you part of our life? Or are you new? Or are
Yeah.
you already part of our life? Because
Right.
there's a whole bunch of people, and then
Okay, and you can only have one question per thing. So your question would be, are you here for the first time? So if they're already a part of full life, they're going to go to the no, right? Because no, they're not here for the first time. They've already been involved or they know something about it. So they're going to follow the no leg. If they are here for the first time, they're going to follow the yes leg, right? So that's how you would divide those people up at the very top of the tree, if you like, into the people who already know something and the people who know absolutely nothing. And then
okay.
so what's their need? Excuse me, what is their need? Right. So if they need to feel tucked into the bed, as I like to say, right, they need to feel welcomed into the community, then what's the meeting for that? If they're already a part of the community, then what is it that they need? What's their next need? Is it product information? Is it mentoring in presenting or sharing? Is it tools and resources? Is it some personal support? Is it mental in some way? I mean, it's going to divide and divide and divide according to what you think their needs are or what they might come there looking for, right? Because some people are going to come there going, okay, I want to know more about this product. Some people are going to be, I want to know about this business opportunity. Some people are, I know how to do this, but every time I try, my tongue gets tied and I just feel really nervous. And that's three different needs there that people might have.
Yeah, they might just want personal development.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they might just want personal development, which is the Mentor Monday. Exactly. Well,
yeah.
yes. So we have, let's look at what we have. We have Mentor Monday. We have Tuesday Health Talk. I'm just going to talk. Yeah, I'm going to go in order, actually. We have Mentor Monday. And usually they're done by Dave. And this is why it's important, because for us, Dave is like the big catch. Like once people hear Dave, they're like, I want to hear more. Like Dave is, multimillionaire, a great speaker, just everything. So people tend to say, I want to hear more. What's my next meeting I have to go to? Right? They talk to the person that invited them and said, okay, talk to me more. I like it.
Yeah.
the next talk and we kind of did make that flow. I just want to tell you that we actually did make the flow that way. So the next talk,
Good.
and I'm not going to include right now real talk, because that was a new talk that we created. It was a funnel that Jillian created, that it was good, but we don't know if it's working, and so she doesn't know if we're going to keep it for a long time or
Okay.
if we need to revisit it. So I'm going to keep real
So
talk
let's
for now
keep to
outside.
the
Yes.
core applying
Yes.
process that you've got.
Yes, exactly. Let's keep to the core of what we kind of had.
Yeah, because
And
that's what I'm building the calendar on from what you sent me in the
oh
Excel
yeah, no,
spreadsheet.
but in that one we are adding real talk, because we still believe it could be a funnel. It's just that it's not funneling the way we want, because it should be bringing more leads and it's not. And so the other meetings are bringing leads and closings, and real talk, it's not bringing the leads that Jillian was expecting, but it's still going to run. So Lana, for
Oh,
your
yeah.
notes, we're still going to put it there. We just don't know until when, but we're still going to put it there because, it's entertaining.
Well, it's
But
not on, yeah, but it's not on that sheet just yet. So
so we'll figure out in a minute what we're going to do with that one. But Mentor Monday was, everybody needs some motivation. Dave loves doing Mentor Monday. It's his thing. He just loves Mentor Monday. He likes, and Mentor Monday also is at that interesting time, just because it fits everybody that is in Europe, everybody that is in
Yeah.
Africa, and some people in the Western world, the daytime people. Then the next talk was Health Talk with Dr. Regina. That talk is very good. And that talk attracts a lot of people because, and I'll tell you why. Because he's a doctor and he is able to talk. I guess so. I don't know if I'm correct, but I think it works this way. Because he's a doctor, he can, just like Dr. Rani, he can talk about disease without saying that for life cures it, which he doesn't. But what he does is educates on one topic. For the talk is 35 minutes or 40. During 35 minutes, he will educate on the disease. And in the last 3 minutes, that's exactly how he does it. I think he can pull it away because we're not really promoting it out there on YouTube and everywhere. He actually will talk about a product. So
Right.
hemorrhoids.
And when is that one? When does that take place?
Oh yeah, you should go to that one, Maria. Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Now, why is that talk great? Because if you bring a guest that has that specific disease, or if you're able to send that recording, they would usually buy the product, because it's a good talk. It's a very, very good talk. But I'm saying it's a little risky, because I think policies and procedures at any point, if we were more vocal about it, they will tell us to close it. I think so. But because he's in Africa and he is a doctor, I think they might be checking him and they just let him be because he's in Africa. But we can bring our guests there. The only issue, and he's a great doctor, super polished speaker, everything. But the only issue is the accent is sometimes harder for the English American people.
Yes.
But again, we have a lot of African doctors we can't even understand them when we're here, right, in Canada. So, but it's a great talk, and his numbers are down. He used to get like 100 people to his talks, and now he gets about 30 to 40, mostly from Africa. So we do want to build that talk more, like, again, it's a great talk.
And that's a great resource. Yeah.
The next one, I'm going to do a jump like this, because Mentor Monday is at 1 p.m. Eastern time, because the three of us, I think, are in Eastern. You're in Eastern time, Maria?
yes.
No,
I'm Mountain
Central.
time.
Oh, you're Mountain. Okay.
Yeah.
So that talk is at 10 a.m. Pacific, 11 Mountain a.m.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah.
And so the original talks were Mentor Monday, Health Talk with Dr. Regina, and Thursday, same time. So it would be almost like you're driving people because it started with Africa, but then we made it so it was like 11 for you, 11 a.m., 11 a.m., 11 a.m. For Africa, 8 p.m. It was the same meeting. And they would close with the business opportunity. So you brought them to Mentor Monday. They got excited. They met the community. Then you talk to them about a product or something that, hemorrhoids. And wow, you can do that with hemorrhoids. When's the next talk? Does it do the same thing with fibromyalgia? Does it do that, right? And then you jump them into business opportunity. And Dave would usually do that business opportunity. Then we came together with, so that was our talks with Dave. Then approximately a year ago, there was another English team already doing meetings in the evening for America. And so we joined forces with them, and they were doing 2 talks, a training. They were not even doing 2 talks. They were only doing one, which was the business opportunity talk on Wednesday night. Too late for Europe, too late for Africa, perfect for the North American market.
Does that still happen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's our Wednesday opportunity presentation, which now it gets repeated on Thursday. So Wednesday and Thursday, business opportunity. So we leave them to the end of the week because we think it gives you like a little bit of time, and people should be closing on Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. I have this belief. And then we started adding a training, which was only once a week, and now it's every week.
So let me make sure I'm clear on this. The Thursday meeting is a repeat, basically, of the opportunity presentation, but for other people.
Yeah. Other people do it. And it's not really a repeat, but it's a business opportunity. So
another one.
This is where it's going to be really important, because Jillian is making a business PowerPoint, and it's supposed to start becoming duplicable, which is supposed to be, now Jillian is going to produce this great PowerPoint that is going to be put into the website, that Lana at some point is going to put in that website. And because that's what people are asking, which is, where's the PowerPoint? Because that was the other thing, Lana, that there was a PowerPoint there in English, in Spanish, and in Portuguese that people want to take and do the old way, which is, I want to just show some slides and repeat what the slide says. So that should be our next project, Lana, when Jillian comes back, which is they're finishing building the PowerPoint with Dave. It's taken them forever, but once it's done, that's going to go into the website. But for Maria, yes, what looks like Wednesday and Thursday actually has that PowerPoint. And sometimes some of us that are skilled enough do not need a PowerPoint because we know how to do it without a PowerPoint, but most people do. And also, we didn't want to make, again, it's almost like you want to make it like a cookie cutter, but you don't, because things are changing, and some people like it, that it is like this, like oh, PowerPoint. But we see that in the American way, people like the podcast style. So that was Omar Bretamar, which all of you know, ladies. Omar is like, hyped up. Some people don't like his hype, but that's what we have, and that's what we use, because I like his hype. And it is about entertainment. It is about hello, he always starts like that. And we started saying, not everybody can be like Omar, but we want to bring that podcast style and Dr. Ronnie loves it. I was just talking to her this morning because Omar's going to take a break, and she's like, find me another Omar. And I was like, I don't have another Omar. She's like, find me somebody like Omar. This is what the publishers like. I need urgently, by the way, ladies, if you do have like a host for Red Hot, I am in desperate search and need to produce another Omar for Dr. Ronnie. And so what that tells me is we were going the right way, because she said the publishers like what we were doing, and the publishers need to look at so we are going the right way with the American market, because the publishers told Dr. Ronnie that they love what she's doing with her Red Hot. And so my point is, I guess we did have it right, which is, if we can produce a business opportunity that is entertaining for 30 minutes or 35, and I can show people, oh, I can make a business and change my life, and I want to listen to more. And so that's why we always have 2 to 3 speakers, so that people don't get bored of 35 minutes of the same person talking.
Yeah, no, that's very effective. I've noticed that because I'm sketchnoting that Mentor Monday one every week. And it feels good timing when they keep it. You know, I thought, oh, it's going to be an hour. And that's a long time to ask people to focus. And that bringing it down to 35 or 40 minutes is punchy. It's, you know, it's loads of information. It's very motivating, but it's not like overwhelming. Whereas if you go for an hour, I think people start to glaze over, you know,
Yeah.
and you lost them. So
We
yeah,
we
that
have
timing feels good.
we have an issue, which is none of our meetings last longer than 35, but they're always an hour, and I'll tell you why. We're always starting late because Africa and Latin America, we
It's
start late. So
difficult. Yeah.
I give them 5 minutes and we start, but did you see today? They're still
Yeah.
coming, like, yeah, but we usually close, so we do start on time, but then we have the Q&A and the management, and you know, by then people can start leaving, but it shouldn't last more than 35 minutes. It shouldn't last more than really 30 to 35 minutes, any of the presentations or meetings. That's what they want, even though he's the
Right.
one that always talks more, but
I know.
anyway. So now
Yeah.
let me uh, let me summarize everything we said, Maria, for
Right,
you.
right.
And I can actually send you a little picture of what I showed Lana, which is the actual meetings. So we do
Right.
have Mondays. We have, now I'm going to put them all together. Okay. You
Yeah.
you can write them, but I'm going to send you a
Writing it
picture.
down, so I'm just walking along
Yeah.
with you as you go.
I'm going to send you a picture anyway but you can do your sketch. So Monday will still be Mentor Monday in the morning, or, you know, noonish.
Yeah.
We'll still have the feel good, share good, led by Siobhan. That's her thing. She does it great. Doesn't look like she's going to get tired, even if she doesn't get a lot of people. So we'll still bring people to that day. Tuesdays, we have our health talk in the noonish hour, and in the afternoon, evening, you know, whatever country you're in, we have your Tuesday training.
Tuesday training. Okay, I didn't get that one.
No, that one
Tuesday.
is for life. That one is for life, but it's also what we try and do with those Tuesday trainings up until now. Jillian might change it, but this is what we had, you know, before Jillian came into our world, is that every Tuesday is the first Tuesday of the month is about leadership. So it's almost like the Mentor Monday. Why? Because a lot of people were not able to go to Mentor Monday because it's in the daytime. So what we're trying to duplicate is that on Tuesday afternoon, we bring a leadership segment. Usually Dave Daughtry, the first week of every month, he does all the meetings. That way he'll do the Mentor Monday on the art of prospecting, and then on Tuesday night, he will repeat the art of prospecting. That way both people win.
Right.
And so the first week will be leadership, and that's why we put Dave on the first week. The second week will be social media. So we put Omar or Daniel or me. I'm not very, I mean, I can't compare myself to them, but whatever I know, I teach. And it's about social media. So you can bring any topic, you know, anything you know, come and teach it. And then the third Tuesday of the month is health. So again, we either hopefully bring a doctor from For Life or a corporate member from For Life or somebody that knows how to talk about the science of For Life, either transfer factor or anything that has to do health and wellness. And then the fourth Tuesday training is on business. So that one we do target on maybe a business tool from the app, or maybe business tools in general. It could be like how to use ChatGPT. Well, that one kind of falls under social, how to use WhatsApp for business.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Again, they both kind of fall, or a training on how to use the app, or what is loyalty program. It can be anything that the speaker wants to bring.
Good. That's good to know. Is that in English as well?
Yeah, that's the Tuesday trainings. So that's how we had designed it. I think Jillian wants to change them. And when she does, it'll be the same, but more organized, because she says that right now she just doesn't see it. There's just so much going on, and her brain is very square. And I think that's why she's going to bring a lot of value of, you know, what we had done, but she's going to kind of make it better. She's going to optimize it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then now people, and again, why did we have the Tuesday trainings like this? Same thing, because we don't have it like in Spanish. We do the same, but in 1 week. In English, hey, if you know somebody in your contact list that loves health, you would invite them to the second week. But then that's a
That
lot. That's a
particular
lot of
one.
time. That's a
Yeah,
lot of time to wait, right?
right.
Okay, so then the Wednesdays are your business opportunity in the evening. And now that Dr. Rani came in, that's why we specifically put the red hot there right before the business opportunity. Because we
Right.
thought if we invite people to the red hot, she's talking about health, she's talking about transfer factors, she's kind of putting both together.
Yeah.
And that's why the host really quickly at the end says, and if you're interested in learning how to make money, we also have a business opportunity that we'll invite you to next. And we don't really tell them anymore. We don't want them to feel pushed or anything. We just want them to feel like, oh, I heard there's a business opportunity. Can you tell me more? We don't even put the link or anything. We just say, would you like to know more how to generate income from home? Let us know.
Right.
No,
And
they're
the red
not.
hot, so the red hot is also Tuesday, yes?
Wednesday.
Before?
I'm already on Wednesday.
Oh, it is Wednesday. Okay. All
Yes.
right.
So
But
red hot
is
is
that,
Wednesday.
so the red
18.
hot one is just before the business
Yeah.
opportunity thing?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Yeah.
So that way
Okay.
people can sit to both through both in one
Yeah,
chunk.
I get it now. Yeah.
So that way we catch the health advocates, and hey, maybe out of 10 that we get that like health, one may be interested in some that like in finding out more about For Life or transfer factor. Because
Yeah,
by this
absolutely.
time she has already mentioned some product, her QR link, something. So so again,
Right.
the red hot is not a For Life talk, but
No,
because
right.
it's Dr. Ronnie, we
Yeah.
catalog it as a For Life talk.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
get it. I get it with you.
she needs it, but she also is going to use it to promote her QR and her link. But the host is very careful to always say, if you're watching this online or on social media and you want to order, you can order from the QR we're going to show you. Or if somebody invited you to watch this talk that is a For Life distributor, please order from their link.
Yes. Yeah.
So we just want to
Right.
make sure, but we do want to help
Yeah,
Dr.
you've
Ronnie.
got to be
Like
careful. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we also, obviously, we don't want people saying, I'm not going to invite anybody because then she's going to get my customers.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
And then we have our Thursday, which is business opportunity presentation.
Right.
And that's it. I was holding Wellness Saturday, but it's a lot right now for me, so I'm going to cut them. So we're not going
Yeah.
to even include them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do smaller videos of the product, because the lack I feel we have is product training in English. And so I'm just going to, and so I was doing them and people were liking them, but it's a lot for me on Saturday morning. So the other lack that we have, as you can see, is there's no, and Jillian brought it, but she hasn't been, because time and everything, she hasn't been able to be consistent in putting it, which is the training on how to do the business. Like, like how do you actually do the app? How do you work the
That
way?
isn't part of the Tuesday evening thing then?
Yes, but we only do it once a month, so it's not enough.
Oh, I
So
see. Right.
I'm gonna incorporate, by the way, that this is why I'm mentioning it, because I am gonna incorporate it. Um, I may do it as I'm waiting for Jillian to see, because she wants to do it too, but she's saying she wants to do it at 12 noon, and I think they have to be, it's difficult because this is a worldwide company, right? So if we do it at
Yeah,
noon,
I know
what
you've always
happens
got
to the
that
evening
problem.
people? So we may have to do like two short ones that are maybe 30 minutes. And I would almost say that they might have to be like Q&As instead of, we have that in Spanish, by the way. That's why I know where to go, because we already did it in Spanish. We already did it in Portuguese. So I think it's easier to do one meeting that is called Q&A, question and
Yeah,
answer. And then when
yeah.
people come, they're like, I don't know how to use the app. Oh, how do I do the loyalty? Or I don't understand transfer factors. So as we see the
That
need,
is such a good idea. Yeah, yeah.
as we see what people need, then we answer the question, and then we can
Right.
start making the training of what people are really needing, because you would think that people don't need the training since you think they won't need it because it's all there in the app until you realize they don't understand even how to use the app.
Right, right.
So
Yeah,
yes, so those are
yeah, there's a lot.
this is a future to think of. And so Jillian,
So where do you teach new people who are
that's what
coming in? Where do you teach them about the products?
That's really, that was my Saturday one.
Ah, because
And
I see
I
a
am
gap. Yeah.
I am gonna do it. I just told Omar not this month, and also because it started kind of transforming. I was doing really good, and every Saturday I was just touching on a product, and I was like, cardio. We're gonna talk about cardio. So I
Yeah.
did 7 times, but then I started transforming it, and then I started putting Dr. Rumunda in, which was great. But then things went different, and then I started putting the other influencer, Martin Kojia, who is my guest this Saturday, and we're going to talk about anti-aging, and I'm going to talk about Age Pro.
Right, that's good. Yeah.
So I am going to do it. I just don't think Saturday. It's difficult for me.
Saturday is hard because I mean it's a family time. Weekends are as well, you know.
Sometimes people want to do it on Saturday because they have worked all week, and so we have half of the people saying, "Oh no, I prefer it to be on a Saturday morning because that's the only time I have."
Have you
But
thought about doing maybe just one of these many meetings as a video that you pre-record?
that's what I'm going to do. And you know what? This
Yeah.
is what Jillian has been asking me, which is like, you know what? Just record the meetings, just record the product training, because I have the PowerPoint from For Life. We already have them.
Yeah.
So people could eventually just look at the PowerPoint, but it's not the same as having a video. So
It isn't the
that's my
same, but
plan.
you would build up a library of maybe say 20-minute little videos
That's it.
on
That's what
each
I'm
of the different products. And then it really wouldn't matter, you know, who needs about which product when, because you'd have this library of product
Yeah,
videos
you
for
got a
people.
That's
playlist.
exactly where I'm so glad you're like approving. That's exactly where I'm going. And so
Yeah.
I even told JT, who is my backup support, I said, you know what? I will still wake up on Saturday probably and still do the 20-minute presentation on a Zoom for me, just so that I can start recording it, because I have the time. I just don't think I may even open it for people to, but I might not do it every Saturday. That's why I don't want to commit. I'll do the 20 videos, like you said, and just touch. See, Jillian wants me to do the most important one, which is how to choose when to give people transfer factor, trifactor, regular, and when to give people transfer factor plus, because that's like
Right.
that's the question of the year, which is which one do I use? Like, what is the difference? So it's very
I've
simple.
definitely had that question. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody had that
Yeah.
question. It's like, which one is for in classic? Where does classic come in, right? And chewable, what is the difference? Like, is there a different formula with the chewable than the trifactor? So she wants me to make these mini videos that are 5, 10, 15-minute videos, which is like, let me talk about transfer factor chewable, blah, 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 blah. And I know this stuff because I've been doing it for so long that
Yeah.
it's just not a doctor video. It's just a quick get to know your product video. I don't get very into.
And if you wanted me to do a little sketch note summary of the key points, if you do that video and then you send it to me, I can make a little sketch note that has the visual. And then, you know, if people want to print that up or just use it as a quick way to go back and say, okay, now which one was the one that does this? They could see it right there, you know, quickly. And I could draw the product again so that visually they see, like, lung is my favorite one at the moment. So I could draw the lung thing and then put 6 little bullet points saying this, and this. These are its characteristics, or this is what you can use it for. I know you have to be really careful about what you say. So you'd have
No,
to
I know what to
guide
say. I know what to say. I even just came from corporate, and they told us, you know what,
Yeah.
it's not even difficult. I don't even have to be careful. I just have to know what I am allowed to say.
That's right,
So they
exactly.
just told us, you know, it's very simple. It's simpler than you think. You just read. I just need to read their PDF.
Right, right,
And
that's right.
that's it. And it just need they just said just use the word it gets a little boring, but just use the word support. Just
Yeah,
remember that. So that's it. It doesn't fix
yeah,
anything, it doesn't cure anything, it supports. And instead of
right.
instead of using the other thing they said, it was very careful, instead of using like a disease or an illness, use a whole not the organ, but you can also talk about the organ, which is what I do in my talks, but you can talk about the
System, like
the
your
system, the system.
respiratory system.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
So
right.
it's not like it's even better than saying it will help and support your lung. It's better to say
Yeah,
it will help and support your
respiratory system.
respiratory system.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
that's right. That's good.
once we have it like that, they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna cut it off our videos or anything. All
Right.
right, very good. Lana, sorry, I don't know if we took over with Maria, but I think it was good that I did this with Maria, because I sometimes need to clear my own head of the stuff we're doing.
Oh no,
Do
I
you?
think it's great because I learned a lot. I learned a lot, and I also it helps me with the direction where I'm gonna lay out the calendar. So I'm gonna
Exactly.
show you that soon, and Maria, I'll send you a link to it too. And
Yeah,
then,
please do.
and then
I think
you guys can give me your input on how you like it.
Okay, sounds
Well,
great.
Jillian always said that Maria was like forever. She declared this. Everything that Jillian says, it happens because she declared for the longest time that she wanted Maria to be the person that would walk somebody completely new, that knew nothing, to where that person wanted to be. And this is why she started connecting with you, Maria. I need you to look at this so that
Yeah, to
tell me
clarify.
tell me if
Yeah,
this is where the person would go. And so I think, you know, Lana is building us the road, and Maria, you're helping us build a map. I'm just like throwing ideas out there so you ladies can make this happen, because we do have a beautiful product and a beautiful opportunity and a fantastic team and a company that is solid and that promises and delivers what it has. But how do we get it to people? And what Jillian says, how do we get it in an organized way? Because right now it's like a
yeah,
out of control everywhere.
Yeah,
yeah. And you
and
lose people really fast. Yeah,
you already sent me some links, so if you have new links that you want to use
Yes,
for
it's
meetings, you
not,
need to send me
yeah,
new links.
it's easier. I'm just changing the Mentor Monday link to the other link that I'm using for Tuesday training and Wednesday training. That way I have all my
all
English ones. All my English ones are going to be in the same link. That's how easy it's going to be, because Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday already are in my room number 2. So all I'm doing is moving whatever I had with number 1 to the room number 2.
I'm just saying, if you send me
I'll send it to
updated,
you.
updated list, then that way I won't get
I
confused.
will. I will. I will.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much, ladies. This has helped me a
you.
lot, and I think I'm glad that I recorded it, because that way I can even go back and
Oh,
hear my.
I'm glad. Yeah, I think it's great you reported it.
Yeah, I'll put it on the. I'll put it
Where
on the
will
chat.
you put this recording, Claudia?
In the chat. I'll put it in our chat.
Oh, great, that's great. Thank you.
Yes, so that way, if Dave has a little bit of time and he wants to kind of catch on, or Jillian when she's a little feeling better. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
You
Okay,
too.
you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.